I'm so excited to be here and talk about it. I always tell people as a dermatologist, my job, my main purpose is to educate patients. So I like to give them information to arm them so they can make informed decisions about their skincare needs.
And I love it because we have, 30 minutes to talk about this one product, which, is not a lot of time because this is the hero product within the line.
Exactly. You would think at first blush, you would say to yourself, oh, 30 minutes is a long time, but it's really not because this is a really complex product and it's a really special product. So I'd like to stay on for a couple hours, but I don't know if the shopping channel will allow that tonight.
I don't know. But this is a specialized formula. And when we hear the word retinol, we think something, that can be very harmful or harsh on the skin.
I think that's a really common misconception. Yeah. And the reason it's a misconception is because in many ways that's true. And that's correct if you don't have a stabilized formulation. But before we even get into depth about that, I'd like to take one step back. You mentioned it briefly. This is Neutrogena Dermatologics, which is a little different than Neutrogena. Neutrogena, like you said, 40 years in the business, currently active in 70 countries. What they did, the Neutrogena team, they went to their top scientists, they went to top dermatologists. They said, we have a challenge for you. What we want to do is put the two groups together and challenge you to come up with the best, higher echelon products for the most discriminating patients. And that's where they came up with the Neutrogena Dermatologics line. And
so this is stabilized, can we go there, retinol,
absolutely,
correct?
Yeah.
So tell us about stabilized retinol. What is that?
Well, not all retinols are created equal. And people are familiar with the word retinol. There's been 2,800 publications on retinols proving that retinols are the gold standard for an anti-aging regime. The problem is not all retinols are stabilized. And if you're using a product that's not stabilized, it's very, very volatile, it's very unpredictable, and you may not be getting results because of it. So you talked about retinols being harsh. That is a common misconception. What happens is retinols, when it's not stabilized, they put a high level of retinol in, you get a really harsh dose right away, and then it falls off in efficacy very quickly over time. And in this product, the same retinol efficacy you get on day 1 is the same retinol efficacy you get on day 60. So it's a really, really stable, it's a form of stabilization that's incredibly imperative. From the way they prepare it, to the way they package it, the way they manufacture it, to the way it gets out of the bottle on your skin, stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. And if you ask any dermatologist, they will tell you, and the research backs it up, stabilized retinols are phenomenal as an anti-aging ingredient, and that's why this is a powerful anti-aging serum.
And so this serum is a fusion of two exclusive technologies, one being the retinol and one being the Tetrol E.
That's exactly right. It's a marriage, if you will, of these two products, and each alone is phenomenal. Tetrol E is made of the amino acids, which are the building blocks of life, and what it does is firms, tightens, and lifts. And when you combine that with that stabilized retinol, that's where you get this patented formulation that people have really, really sparked to that has done phenomenally well.
And keep in mind, last opportunity, brand new and exclusive, and this is Neutrogena Dermatologics, which is the professional line, or dermatologist.
Specialized professional division, yeah, exactly.
And for $65, you get a full 1-ounce size of the Retinol NX serum, and 3 easy pays at $21.67. This is going to be about a 60-day supply, correct?
It's exactly a 60-day supply, and we're going to talk about why that's so incredibly important in a minute when we get to some statistics. But I tell people retinol is really a commitment. It's just like you really need to be committed to it. It's kind of like oral hygiene and brushing your teeth. You can't just brush your teeth once a week really hard and hope to have good teeth. You have to do it every single day, and that's the same way with your retinol product. Tiny little bit every single night. That's the way I use it. You can use it during the day instead if you like, but a tiny little bit every single night, that's where you really get those great clinical results.
And we're talking all skin types with this product.
This can be used on the most sensitive of skins to skin like my own that is rather oily, and it can tolerate anything. So I tell people, it's very gentle. If you look at it, that amount right there, that's a pearl size amount. Let me open it for you because it's stabilized is the thing. That's why the lid is closed. But that pearl size amount is enough to cover your entire face.
So
very small amount.
For the entire face.
Exactly.
Only at nighttime.
Well, that's when I use it. I recommend it at night. I think it's easier to use that way. Some of my patients who already have a nightly regime, they like to use it during the day. Either way is fine to me as long as you're using a broad spectrum sunscreen during the day.
Okay, and we'll get more into it. Do you want to talk about what results we can expect to see?
Absolutely. Can we pull some of those statistics up? Yeah, it's really remarkable some of the results you get. Now, this isn't a product, it takes a while to really start to see those great clinical results, but you actually get an immediate effect. Exceptional hydration occurs almost immediately, and it lasts up to 24 hours. If you notice the serums tend to be drying. This is not a drying serum. It's a hydrating serum. And it also gives you a lifted appearance within 2 minutes of using it. This is the statistic that I think is most impressive. 4 weeks into use of this product, nightly or daily, 97% of users showed improvement in the appearance of crow's feet and fine lines. 89% showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn forehead wrinkles. That's after 4 weeks.
huge.
That's really impressive. I
Huge.
mean, it's nearly everyone involved in the study. At 8 weeks, 70% of users showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn under-the-eye wrinkles. Now, let's talk about this study specifically. This is a double-blind study conducted by dermatologists. This is a very, very legitimate study. This is where you get your medical information from. And if you're using products that are not backed by physician-done studies, then you really don't know how legitimate they are.
Sure, sure. And by the way, again, already over 700 of you have dialed in. Introductory price today, $65 and 3 easy pays, which is phenomenal on this product at $21 and change. It is 430-435. You have our 30-day money-back guarantee. This is going to be a 60-day supply, and you highly recommend using the full 60 days. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely.
Really
you need to. Let's take a step back and talk about that study.
Okay.
The human adult skin cycle, and this is true of any adult,
okay.
their skin sloughs off approximately every 35 to 57 days. So what that means is any product that you're using, you're really going to start seeing those results at about day 35,
right.
or in our study, 4 weeks approximately. And you're really going to see those really nice results after 6 to 8 weeks. So the Neutrogena Dermatologics team, the research and development team, they're obviously really, really on top of these things. They're a very, very intelligent group. They put enough in here that you're really going to go through that entire 35 to 57-day cycle with a little to spare and see those really, really nice clinical results. So tiny little bit every single night,
just show you
that's enough. Once again, if you take a look here, this is enough to cover your entire face.
Is that good?
That's great.
That's
Fine
good.
lines
Okay.
and wrinkles are diminished. The appearance thereof are diminished with this product.
Okay, and I love the fact, by the way, again, this is exclusive, so no other retailer in Canada has the Neutrogena Dermatologics retinol serum that we're offering. And I love, love, love that this can complement what you're already using in your skincare.
That's a really good
to...
point. There's so much confusion about what people should use, and people will come to my office in Beverly Hills, and I mean from a lay person to a high-end celebrity. They will come to my office, often with a bag full of products, and they'll say, "Look at all this stuff I have. I have no idea what to use or how to use it." And I say, "Listen, take a deep breath, take a big step back. Let's have a blank sheet of paper and let's come up with a plan." The first thing on that plan, no matter who you are or what you do, if you're concerned about the signs of aging, broad spectrum sunscreen every single day. And the second thing on that plan, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, if you're worried about the signs of aging, a stabilized retinol product, preferably with Tetrol E, every single night. That alone is how you start any anti-aging regime.
And you have to know, too, that this isn't your ordinary retinol, vitamin A that you see in drugstores or anything like
Couldn't
that.
Couldn't be further from it.
Yeah, this has been designed by a team of dermatologists, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's like over 20 years that has gone into the stabilized retinol to stabilize
20 years and 17 patents have gone into stabilizing this retinol.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, what it means is that you're getting real results. This is not a Band-Aid. This is not a quick fix. This is not a cover-up. This is not a makeup. This is an actual treatment. And that's why you're really, really getting technology that has been proven to make a difference in the long run. We're not trying to, slap a Band-Aid on a big problem. We're trying to fix a visible appearance of the signs of aging over the long term.
And this is Dr. Will's last show, so if you have a question,
please call in. I'm happy to address any questions.
Because, that question can help you place your order and really, really change the way you kind of use your skincare and how your skin reacts to your skincare. And I think the summertime, is that not a great, or the springtime, summertime, is that not a great time to kind of slough off and renew
I certainly
and
think so. We talk about
and,
spring cleaning,
yeah,
let's clean up some of those fine lines and wrinkles too. So I think the springtime is really a good time to jump into a new regime.
So with the retinol, just going back to that again, it's going to target fine lines and wrinkles, correct?
Absolutely.
And increase hydration?
Well, the Tetrol E, that's where that really comes in. But it's the combination of those two products that give that proprietary formula. And can we pull up, it might take a second, but maybe we could pull up the mode of action video so I could do a little demonstration talking about the video here.
Okay,
if you take
so
a peek here,
what's going on. Yes.
Yeah, if you look on the screen here, what we talk about is wrinkled skin is a result of decreased surface cell turnover, and that's why skin in adults looks rather dull. And this product, when you apply it to the top of the skin, penetrates through the surface of those cells, increases surface cell turnover, and it diminishes the look of fine lines and wrinkles, plumps up for underneath. So imagine what we just showed you there. Imagine that's a wrinkle on your own face. Imagine that's a stubborn forehead wrinkle or a crow's feet fine line, and you can really imagine how it's plumping in that area. Doesn't work overnight for those lines, but that's why we talk about increased surface cell area over the course of 4 to 8 weeks.
But I love, just by applying it, you get that instant hydration.
Oh, you get tightening, you get
Yeah.
exceptional hydration right away. You
Yeah.
can notice that even when you first
Yeah.
start using it, you'll notice that it tightens.
Oh, yeah. And close to 800 of you have dialed in for this today. It is brand new, the launch of the Neutrogena Dermatologics line, exclusive to the shopping channel, and the hero product, which is the Retinol NX Serum, which can complement your skin regime right now. So you can add this into whatever you're using. It's $65 at an introductory price. It's absolutely beautiful, lightweight, fast absorbing, which is huge, and fast results too, which is really nice too. After 4 weeks, the clinicals on that were incredibly impressive.
Very
so
impressive.
give it our 30-day money-back guarantee. Try it, and it works on all skin types. So it's really, really, really gentle. And even if you have oilier skin types, it's still going to
If you have oily
be
skin,
an
it's
amazing
great.
product. Yeah.
If you have dry skin,
yeah.
you may need to start with just a tiny
Just a
little bit
bit?
less.
Okay.
Don't use it twice a week. Don't use
I
it
find
once
it
a week.
really gentle.
Tiny little bit every single night, and you'll acclimate to the side effects. What are those side effects?